Teresa's World. This video is answering a question that I often get asked on my travels. We would like to buy a camper, but we don't know what to buy. Teresa's World, what do you recommend? My reply is going to surprise you. I'm not going to say rush out and go and get a Trident like mine. What I am going to say is go get yourself a pen and a piece of paper, because you need to ask yourself these very important questions before you buy a camper. Number one, budget. How much have you got to spend? That's really, really important. Have you about, what, 12 to 15,000? Or are we talking about 70, 85,000? Or are we all talking about 20 to 25? Only you know the answer to that. So write down your budget on that bit of paper. The next question to ask yourself is, do you want to buy a camper which is ready to roll, all kitted out, all you got to do is jump in it and enjoy it? Or do you want a project? Do you want to buy a van and you're going to kit it out and personalise it to how you exactly want it? So think about that very carefully. The next question you need to ask yourself is, how am I going to use this camper? What I mean by that is, do you want a camper that you just use in the summer? You're going to be sleeping in it maximum 15, 16 nights at the most, like a 2-week, just over a 2-week holiday. You're going to be taking it away weekends. You're going to be using it mainly in the summer maybe. You may not really fancy using it camping and things in the winter. A bit like me, a lightweight. So are you going to be using your camper like I use mine? Or are you going to be going to Europe, taking it, you know, long distances? Are you going to be sleeping in it for 2 or 3 months at a time, 6 weeks, 8 weeks, whatever? So that's a huge decision to make, because I would say a camper like mine isn't comfortable enough really, well, to live in like for 3 months at a time. The next question I want you to ask yourself is, who is using the camper? How many people? For me, it's just me. I used to have a dog, so my Trident suits me because it's just me. However, if you have a partner and a dog, or you've got children, there's more of you, 4 of you, 6 of you, then you need to think very carefully what camper you would like, because you may buy something like mine. A couple can still use mine because you find that, you know, whilst I'm putting the bed away, he goes and has a shower, or, you know, whilst he's doing this, I'm doing that. You know, you work as a team. So a camper like mine does accommodate 2 people quite nicely, quite cosily, but it does. However, if you've got children and dogs and things, you may want something a bit bigger. You'll be wanting to put an awning on, things like that. So think very carefully if there's more than 2 of you, because you may find actually you're looking down the camper route, but in actual fact, you may actually want to consider a caravan with a little bit more luxury. And that's another question to ask yourself. What kind of person are you? Are you the kind of person who likes a bit of luxury? Who likes to have a microwave or a TV and a cooker and things like that within your accommodation? Or are you an outdoorsy type? This year you will see that I've been to campsites, eco sites, you know, where I've used a loo where I put sawdust down. Oh God, don't know why I'm doing that. I'm just like, yeah, put the sawdust down. Some people would look at that and say, no way, Teresa, would I do that? Oh my God, that's just not me. So you need to consider what kind of person you are. There is an element, or can be an element, of roughing it in a camper. Some women in particular may not like that. I know a lady, actually she doesn't watch my videos, but I was seeing her beautiful pictures of her holiday in Mauritius, and there was I using the horse box for my loo. And I thought, oh my goodness, I can't see that particular lady enjoying a holiday in my camper. In actual fact, it would be her worst nightmare. So think very carefully, especially you guys out there who really want a camper. Look at your partner, your wife or whatever, and ask them too, is this really you? Would you like this? Because there's some people who really wouldn't. So you've answered all these questions, you've written it all down on your bit of paper, and you're talking to your partner too, discussing what you think would suit you. I will say, now this is my personal opinion, when I see a camper putting the cooking facilities, like your little hob and things, at the back of the van, I would avoid that design. A lovely couple I met doing the NC 500, they had that Volkswagen van where when they got up in the morning to make a cup of tea and toast and things, they had to get out the van and go right round the back, and it had like a tent thing on the back just to make a cup of tea in the morning. And to me, I just looked and thought, that does not work. It does not work in the UK, not when it's howling a gale and raining half the time. Fantastic design if you're in Australia, but like I said, it's personal to you. You may think it's an amazing design. Can I also say I am slightly biased towards Volkswagen. I believe if you buy a Volkswagen, it will hold its price. And personally, if I had the choice of buying a brand new other make to buying an older Volkswagen, I would buy the older Volkswagen rather than the brand new alternative make. Because the brand new alternative make may have everything on it, but there's one thing it hasn't got, and that's a VW badge on the front. However, like I said, it's so personal. You will buy what suits you. There's no right, there's no wrong. There is just preferences, and I know Volkswagens cost an arm and a leg. However, mine's 30 years old, and actually, I'll tell you what I paid for it. In 2012, I paid $7,800 in 2012. So she has been a great bit of kit for that money. It was the best money I have ever spent in my life. Anyway, I'm going to finish this video now because I want to get on and do some gardening because it's such a beautiful day. And I hope you're all well. And yeah, I will see you. And I'm wittering. I will see you again on my next video. Bye bye, Teresa's World. And I hope you found this video helpful. Bye bye.